Days Gone is a rather interesting bike title, as it was meant to be one of the higher-end games on the PS4 late in its run. The game does a good job of having players use their bike to get around a post-apocalyptic world. While it sold well, many criticized the game for its repetitive features and slow story. More recently, the game has amassed a cult following, seeing its diamond in the rough qualities. It does have a wide world to traverse and some gorgeous graphics, so if you want a title with more of a narrative, this is your best bet. Riders Republic is Ubisoft's spiritual follow-up to 2016's Winter Extreme sports game Steep. Developed by the same team as Steep, Riders Republic takes on a range of extreme sports, with the most notable being mountain biking. Although there are 4 main sports included in the game: mountain biking, skiing, snowboarding, and wingsuit flying, mountain biking is the star of the show. Riders Republic is the perfect open-world game for bike fans who are after something that isn't quite as serious as other simulation games. It's also perfect for playing with friends. The Crew 2 is quite a popular racing game in general rather than it being exclusively just centered around motorcycles. This Ubisoft title has players going through a race across the United States, and while not every area of the country is represented, there are plenty of iconic cities. You'll get to hit some of the different recreations of certain areas around the United States as you compete in different races or just by freely roaming around. As mentioned, the Crew 2 doesn't strictly focus on motorcycles. Instead, this game allows players to transform what they are racing around in from a car, boat, plane, to a motorcycle. Cyberpunk 2077 takes place in a city called Night City. Although this fictional city in the American state of California was first called Coronado City, it was named Night City after the death of Richard Knight, who laid its foundations. Although Cyberpunk is not exactly a racing game, it has a very beautiful and large open world. In this open world there are many motorcycles you can buy. There are the lightning-fast Yaiba models, the long-distance Brennan Cruisers, or the real-life Arches. Motorcycles may not be the fastest vehicles on the road, but they're still a solid choice for gamers on a budget or looking for excitement. Grand Theft Auto is quite the iconic video game franchise, and it's not one that's based around strictly racing. It's a criminal-themed game where players are venturing through a narrative of a thug trying to grow his criminal empire or someone looking to break free. However, all of these games typically feature a nice open-world environment. The latest installment happens to be Grand Theft Auto 5, where we got a large Los Santos city to explore. Likewise, you will have quite a few different motorcycle vehicles to pick from as well, whether it's purchasing a motorcycle outright or stealing one. There's even Grand Theft Auto Online, which offers some additional mix of motorcycles you can race around the city streets with.
I can't wait to put my feet up and watch the count.
Ian, only inches.
It's true that many racing titles focus solely on the racing aspect of things because many gamers want to go fast and prove they're faster than others. But it's the multiplayer where racing games truly come into their own and showcase just how grand they are. In the Crew Motorfest, you'll be on the island of Oahu and have numerous options to play with alongside friends and rivals. You can head to the track and race on perfect surfaces, or you can head to the streets and see who can best put the pedal to the metal on the concrete surface. Grand Theft Auto: The Trilogy Definitive Edition brings open-world racing back to its roots. The emphasis isn't on racing specifically, but fans of the series will be familiar with the races and time trials sprinkled throughout the cities. This might not be a pure racing game, but that doesn't mean you can't hit the road and have yourself a grand time. Racing isn't the only way to engage with bikes in GTA. While there are racing segments in each game, we wouldn't call it the goal or main focus of the Grand Theft Auto series. As most gamers already know, the fun in Grand Theft Auto is messing around in the open world. To some that may mean blasting a rocket launcher off a skyscraper toward unsuspecting civilians. To others, it may mean trying to survive a 5-star police chase. The sky's the limit in these classic titles. Saints Row is the open-world genre taken to its most logical conclusion. This is to say that it's entirely open and free for you to do whatever it is you want to do without even the slightest boundary to keep you in check. Instead of forcing you to play through a story that keeps you roughly in check by means of rules enforced by cops and the like, the game actively encourages you to break the rules by subverting the rules of engagement that typify open-world gaming experiences. You can drive any car or motorcycle you want and roam freely in the open world as you wish. The original Watch Dogs promised so much but largely failed to deliver. The hack your way through the world concept was great but failed to deliver. However, Watch Dogs 2 turned things around. The original was especially serious and its protagonist Aiden Pierce sucked, but Watch Dogs 2 turned all of that around. The flip in tone and protagonist Marcus Holloway were much more engaging, the gameplay options were more plentiful, while all gameplay styles were tailored to better than the original ever did. To date, Watch Dogs 2 is the franchise's pinnacle. Mafia Definitive Edition is one of the most underrated remakes. It takes the original Mafia's already compelling narrative meanwhile modernizing gameplay mechanics such as gunplay and vehicle handling. While certain controversial aspects of the original title have been removed, as with even the most successful remakes, Mafia Definitive Edition remains an excellent introduction into Mafia's gripping crime drama. The open world offered by the game is beautiful and it is very enjoyable to drive a motorcycle and a car in the open world.